Hello everyone, my name is Miss Purple Vixen and I am a baby witch who makes baby witch videos on YouTube, including tarot readings. I've been doing tarot for a while now and I've been sharing my skills and intuition and abilities with you guys in order to help you through difficult situations and provide some guidance and messages from the universe. So, before I start this video, I do want to tell you that I provide personal and private love tarot readings on Fiverr. You can find the link in my description and you can take a look at my gig. I have 3 packages available if you want just like a quick reading, if you want a little bit more info, if you want a big in-depth reading. The options are there with the prices and you can read the reviews and let me know what you guys think. Support a girl. Again, the link is in the description. If you are a baby witch who does tarot readings too, I'm going to link down below the page that I got inspiration to do this reading from with the original spread if you want to do this for yourself at another time. And yeah, so how this works is I'm going to show you 3 different images and you're going to pick from group 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this video, take time to meditate, and pick the image that gravitates to you, that you English child you gravitate to the most. And then the timestamps will be in the description or in the first pinned comment of this video. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you find this helpful, please share with your friends because they probably will find this helpful too. And let's get into our self-growth for September. Alright, if you chose group number 1, this is your tarot reading for self-growth in September. So, group number 1, we're going to start with going through your past self. And Spirit says that your past self is highly represented by the Chariot. You've been truly going for what you want. That's what I'm getting from this card. You've always been that person who goes after their goals and you've been really good at overcoming obstacles. Like nothing ever puts you down. Group number 1, that's what I'm getting. So if we look at your current self, where are you right now? What is your current situation? We have got the 6 of Swords. We've got the 6 of Swords. And this is telling me that right now, you feel like you're in a situation that you need to move on from. As you can see, the people in this card are actively going away from something. And in the far distance, there's some land with some trees showing that there's some better things coming. So your current situation right now, I feel like you're really trying to think about moving on to something else. There's something that's not serving you right now and you feel like you need to move on from it. What does your higher self want you to know? Who are you meant to be without all of the baggage that limits you? And group number 1 for that, we've got the Moon reversed, okay? This tells me that your higher self is ready to let go of all these things that you're struggling with right now. You've got a lot of anxiety and fear surrounding your current situation, specifically spiritually, and your higher self is telling you that you need to trust the universe to show you what it needs to show you. Something tells me that you're going to be seen what it is about the situation that is not serving you, and you have to trust that the universe will show you those signs and they will be undeniable. So what is preventing you from realizing your higher self? And with that, we have the Sun reversed. Okay. So you're struggling because you've allowed a lot of negative thoughts to just take over your life, and it's actually impacting other areas of your life. The Sun normally has to do with a lot of positivity and growth and happiness, and your higher self is telling you that you have a lot of good things lined up for you, but you're being pessimistic and that is holding you back. Now here's a part that's gonna snatch some people's wigs, but we actually have to go through your family patterns. what are some of the lessons, positive or negative, that you've subconsciously learned from your childhood. And Spirit is telling me that you actually had a good childhood. You were around people that celebrated you a lot. Your family and friends were always encouraging you, and your achievements were always celebrated. And because of this, you've gained a lot of courage, and I think that it has to do a lot with your past self with the Chariot, that you always just go for what you want because you have always had this support behind you. So you have really got this courage about you, and I do think it comes from your childhood, and this has put you in the right path in life, and you've managed to actually gain some freedom from this. So now we need to go through your insecurities. What are your personal issues that are making whatever situation you're in feel really difficult? And for that we have the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups always has to do with listening to your inner voice and your intuition. I feel like you're not listening to your inner voice. You're having a lot of doubts, and it's stopping you from seeing the situation for what it is and for moving on from it. And it's causing you some anxiety. I feel like you're normally so confident in yourself because of your childhood and your ability to achieve things. You grew up in such a wonderful and just supportive environment that this current situation doesn't feel like it right now, is what I'm getting. So now we're going to go into what does your conscience what does your conscience say you should do, or what do you feel like is the right thing for you to do? And for that we do have the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles, your conscience is trying to warn you about the situation that you're in right now. This card often comes with messages of acknowledging the good and the bad of a certain situation or certain people. And in this case, your conscience is trying to tell you that although there's something good about the situation that you're in right now, you cannot ignore the bad. You can't ignore the bad. It's not going to end well. And probably it's because it appears so good and you can see good in this situation. That's why you're having doubts with the moon and the sun especially. You're having doubts about your intuition, and that's why you are kind of ignoring it right now. If we're going to go into your desires, like what do you really want to do right now with this situation, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So I'm getting that you just want to be at peace, honestly. Like you are tired, you can't live, laugh, love under these conditions. Like it's not for you. And all of this situation that you've got going on, it's really weighing you down. And I can understand that you're feeling, you know, tired, and you're just like, but why? I'm so over this. And it feels like you're always working or fighting towards something, and you just want to feel like yourself and gain control over your life, like with the Chariot, where you just have full control, full confidence, and you just go at it. And right now you just feel like you want to take a break and take a step back. Like I can sense that this is something that you really want for yourself. Okay, so the lesson that universe wants you to learn so you can be the best version of yourself, we have the Death card reversed. Okay, do not be scared. Okay, this card is just telling you that you need to stop resisting change. You need to stop resisting change, and the situation that you're in is not serving you. It's not serving you, and you have a fear of making changes, but in order to be the best version of yourself, you have to embrace this change, and you have to trust that this change is going to take you where you need to be. So what is some advice that the universe has for you going forward? With that, we have the Justice card in reverse. Okay, so with the Justice card reversed, like the King of Pentacles is indicating, there's something or someone in this situation that's not treating you the way that you deserve, and the universe is reminding you that the only thing you can control is yourself. That is one of the biggest messages that I need you to take away from this, is that you can only control yourself and that you need to embrace change. Okay? Do not, for the love of Gaia, do not try and seek revenge. Remember the rule of 3, because karma will handle this situation for you. Just focus on yourself and regain the confidence that you have lost during this situation. And that is your reading, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a like and subscribe. If you found it helpful, please share it to a friend. They might need it too. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Alright, if you chose group number 2, this is your self-growth tarot reading for September 2022. So group number 2, we're going to start off with your past self. How has your history affected your current situation? So for that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and this tells me that you've had a lot of luck in your life, a lot of good fortune. Good for you, as you should. The universe has been lining up for you to reach your full potential and your destiny. Some of you even possess psychic abilities. This card often indicates that there are some sort of psychic abilities and you use them to manifest your life and your dreams. So I'm getting a lot of manifestors here. So now we're going to go into your current self. Who are you now and what is your current situation? And for that we have the 5 of Wands reversed. With the 5 of Wands reversed, this tells me that you're feeling bloody exhausted. Okay, y'all are tired. Okay, like I said to group number 1, you can't live, love, laugh. There we go. Under these conditions. You feel like you've been just fighting for so long and now you're just exhausted. Like you feel out of balance. But it does indicate that you are going to be seeing some of your issues be resolved. So that's good. That's very good. So now let's look into your higher self. Who are you meant to be without all of this baggage that's just limiting you right now? And for that, we've got the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so with the 10 of Pentacles reversed, you're meant to be someone who isn't restricted. Like the 10 of Pentacles, if you look at him upright, he has a lot of, well, not he, but there's a lot of abundance going on here. There's a lot of regal looking clothing and fruits and coins everywhere, and everybody looks so happy and content here. So I do get that you're not supposed to be restricted in life, but you're being forced to fill certain expectations. That is what I'm getting. And you're expected to follow some traditions that don't necessarily align with who you are as a person, group number 2, and that you're meant to live life without fearing what other people think of you. And I do think that's something you're struggling with right now, especially with all the expectations being put on you. So what does the universe want you to know? What does your higher self want you to know about the challenge that's stopping you from becoming that higher self? And for that we have the 4 of Swords. With the 4 of Swords, what's preventing you from realizing your higher self is the fact that you're feeling really overstimulated right now. Like your situation has been so much, you've just been fighting all the time for peace, and you are just so exhausted, and you just want to just take a step back, you know? Like it feels like you just have so many people expecting so many things from you, and the expectations being put on you are causing tension with you or your friends or co-workers, and it's making you want to pull away, you know, but for some reason you're resisting right now. This card often indicates that you need to take a break, but I feel like you're resisting because it does present in the challenge of what is stopping you from being your higher self. So now we're going to go into family patterns. Okay, and this is going to cover what your childhood was like and how did that affect you growing up. And for that we have the Four of Wands. Group number 1 also had this card, and this tells me that you were celebrated growing up. You and your friends were always, your friends and your family were always in your corner, and all of this has instilled confidence in you in chasing your dreams, and that has actually allowed you to really step into these psychic abilities that you've got going on with the Wheel of Fortune and manifest your life. So I do see that you did have a good upbringing. So now we're going to move into what personal issues are stopping you from making a decision from the current situation that you're in right now. And for that we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups is telling me that you're being a little bit immature about the situation, and you need to take time to heal your wounds. Like I said, the challenge that's stopping you from being your higher self is the fact that you're being stubborn about taking a break and really sitting and thinking about how this entire situation is making you feel, the expectations being put on you, what do you want. And your inner child is screaming. They are screaming. They're like, listen, I need to be paid attention to. And I feel like that is contributing to the challenge of what is stopping you from being your best self. And you might be feeling a little bit depressed and anxious because of this. So what does your conscience say you should do in regards to this situation? What do you feel is the right thing to do? And right now, I feel like with the Eight of Swords, your conscience is telling you that you need to acknowledge the fact that you are in denial, okay? Because you're feeling trapped, but it's just fear. That's what I'm getting from this. Because as you can see, this woman, she's surrounded by swords and she's blindfolded and tied up, and she could just as easily free herself using the swords behind her. And because she's blindfolded, that does indicate that this fear is what is stopping you. Like it's bigger in your head than what it is in real life. So you need to address this fear. I know that paying attention to unhealed wounds is scary, and some people prefer not to go that route, but your higher self and the universe is screaming for you to do this, okay? Now, if we're going to talk about your desires, we're going to be talking about the Temperance card. That is what I got for you guys, for what do you guys desire? What do you really want to do? And for that, we have the Temperance reversed, and I feel like you guys are really stressing about the situation that you're in, and you kind of feel like you have no clue what you're doing, and you just genuinely want to slow down. Like genuinely. You might be feeling like, okay, I do need to actually slow down a little with the Four of Swords, but your fear is stopping you, and the fact that you haven't addressed the way you're feeling with the Page of Cups is also stopping you. It's making you a bit hesitant, and all of this is making you feel really anxious or really sad or depressed, you know? The Temperance card is telling you that you just want to slow down and let go of your stress, and you really want to balance your life. And I truly feel for you, group number 2, but you need to really take a step back and take time to heal yourself. So, what is the lesson that Spirit wants you to know going forward? And for that, we've got the Justice card reversed. Now, if you're being treated unfairly in your situation, understand group number 1 also got this, but I believe it was for the advice, but we'll get into that for you. If you're being treated unfairly, you need to understand that only you can control yourself, okay? You cannot control others, and you can only do what you can do as a person, and not what you can't make other people do better. Only you can do better. And you need to take responsibility for your actions and trust that karma will handle the rest, okay? And now for some advice. For advice, we have the Chariot reversed, okay? So your advice from the universe is that you need to stop and think why you started in the first place. You can achieve your goals. You just need to find the courage within you. I feel like you grew up with a lot of people encouraging you, and you've managed to find this abundance and manifest your life, but this situation has really put a halt on you, and I feel like you need to take a step back. I feel like this whole reading is really emphasizing the fact that you need to take a break and you need to slow down, and it's okay to do that. You need to acknowledge the hurt that you're going through, okay? You may not feel in control right now, but controlling everything isn't the answer. Like I said, you can only control yourself with the Justice card, but you can't control everything else. You need to sit and reevaluate and remind yourself of what your values and your beliefs are. So, group number 2, that is your self-growth reading for September 2022. If you liked it, please subscribe, hit the like button, and if you found it helpful, share it to a friend. They might need it too. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright, if you chose group number 3, this is your self-growth tarot reading for September 2022. So we're going to start off by going and analyzing your past self, okay? And for that we have the Page of Swords, okay? And something tells me that and this card, of course, but something tells me that you have had a lot of failed plans and a lot of failed obstacles. It's okay. We're all people. Plans fail. Not everything goes according to plan. Don't feel bad about it. But you've been a little bit too scared to stand up for yourself or for what's right, is what this card is indicating. I feel like that might have played a part in the failure that you've been experiencing, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper. Okay, so now let's look into your deeper self, and what is your, not your deeper self, sorry, your current self, and what is your current situation. So for that, we have the Emperor reversed, okay? So right now you're feeling really powerless, okay? And these feelings might have caused you to actually hurt other people unintentionally. Due to your past, you're actually a little bit undisciplined. You're kind of going wild. You're just like, you know what? This is my villain arc origins, and you have low-key been taking it out, or high-key, taking it out on everyone around you, and it's just, it's a mess. Okay, it's a mess. It's kind of like you've given up on, I'm not sure, it's almost like you've given up, and like your decisions that you need to take to go past this situation, to move past the situation, you're not taking them. You're just like, you know what, I'm tired. Like, I failed too much in the past. I am not interested in trying anymore. And there are solutions there, and some of them seem unconventional or like unrealistic, and that is also causing you to be like, you know what, that's not even realistic to begin with. When I tried being realistic, it didn't even work, so why would I try the big out there plans? That's what I'm getting from this. So that is your current self right now, your current situation. But let's see what your higher self has to say. Like, who are you meant to be? And for that, guys, we actually have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And your higher self is telling you, child, you're meant to live a great life. You're supposed to have a life full of fortune and opportunities. You're supposed to live the soft life. And I think group number 2 also got this card. You guys have psychic abilities, okay? Especially in manifestation. You can actually create the life that you want. But something tells me you don't actually believe in this. You feel like it's all mumbo jumbo, and that you're very much a realistic person, and you just don't believe in the power of self. You know, like, you're very fact-based, And there's nothing wrong with that, but a little bit of belief never hurts. Okay, I just feel like I need to say that. I was called to say that. But you need to learn to listen to your gut. Your higher self is telling you it's time to whip your butt in shape, have some belief, use your abilities, your psychic abilities, and manifest the dream life that you want for yourself. So let's go a little bit deeper into that, and let's see what is actually preventing you from doing that. And for that, we have the Page of Pentacles. I'm getting that there's a lot of immaturity going on here with the 2 pages, because pages are often thought to be young people or children, and young people or children are not the most mature. Okay, I am here to tell you the truth and to help you. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. So if I'm snatching your wig, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but there's no glue that is strong enough for tarot cards. Okay, like they will snatch your wig and your scalp included, but that's besides the point. Okay, you're not approaching your situation in a mature way. You're not. You're being very immature. You were mature in the past and it's caused some failures, or you've been too scared to speak up, or you weren't mature to realize what's right and stand up for it, and it's actually blocking you from being the person you're supposed to be and embracing the fact that you can manifest the life of your dreams. And you're not focusing on your end goal. You're really tired right now. You're so upset. You've given up, and it's telling me that you're not focusing. You're not focusing. That the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles is really emphasizing the fact that you've basically given up, and you're not being mature about your situation, and you're not being open to other ways. And you have the opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune, and you need to take the steps required. So that is what is stopping you from achieving your highest self. So let's go into some family patterns and see if this has anything to do with your current situation. What are the lessons that you've learned? What have you unconsciously learned from your childhood? And for that, we have the World reversed. Okay, now with the World reversed, you actually have a sense of emptiness going on in your heart. Even though you have achieved some things, it's like your whole life was a failure, you have had some achievements, but you don't feel whole. I feel like you focus a lot on the negative and the failures that you actually don't take the time to pat yourself on the back. You know, maybe when you were younger, you were always just encouraged to do better. And I use the word encouraged very lightly. I mean the typical, like, you were a straight A student, for example, and your parents were like, why can't you get an A+? You know, the people around you were like, well, that's not so impressive, you can do better. You know, and it's kind of like broken down at your confidence a little bit, and it made you feel like you were never doing enough. And I'm getting this, I know you haven't even received any kind of closure on this, and you've been struggling to move on, and that might actually be why you have had all these failures and you're so tired and you're almost acting immaturely. Well, not almost, because I mean there's a lot of vibes of you not being mature about your situation, and you are just struggling. You have not moved on from past things, is what I'm getting. Past failures have clouded your achievements, and it's making you act out, and you're hurting people around you. I'm not sure if some of you are even noticing that you're doing this. So now let's go into what are some of your personal issues that are making your situation so hard. What is making it so hard for you to actually step up and make the scary decisions and be optimistic and dream big? And for that, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, okay? So with the Queen of Cups reversed, there's an emphasis on immaturity, okay? It emphasizes the Emperor's immaturity, like you're not handling your emotions well. You're being very, very, very immature about your situation. And you're not realizing that being immature is not going to solve your issues. There's a big emphasis on you being really immature right now, and you need to just sit down with yourself and be like, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're holding on to grudges, I'm assuming, from your past, the failures in your upbringing. I do feel like that is what is going on here. And your conscience Your conscience is telling you with the King of Pentacles that you're focusing too much on material things. And your past failures are making you lose the dedication of what you truly want. Like, material things are nice, okay? As a Taurus, I can vouch that material things are wonderful. Soft life is nice, okay? However, money and cars and houses and clothes and all of these things is not the root of happiness, okay? And that's coming from a Taurus, okay? Please listen to me when I say this. But you've lost dedication on what you want as a human being, and your conscience is low-key telling you that you kind of know that you're being a little bit immature, and it's telling you that, okay, now's the time to like stop this nonsense, okay? That's what I'm getting from this. So now let's go into your desires. For that, we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on money going on. We've got some pentacles, and there's like some material things going on here, but I can tell that you guys are desiring some stability, and that you really feel like if you had more, you'd be able to give more. And material things do not determine your worth. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I felt called to say that. Material things do not determine your worth, okay? Your worth is determined by who you are as a human being and who you want to be, okay? You just don't want to be in a place where you have to lack for anything, and I truly get that. We all feel that way, but that is what I'm getting for your deepest desire. So now for your lesson, okay? I need y'all to stay with me because some things are coming. We have the Queen of Swords reversed, okay? So what do you need to learn so you can be your higher self and grow through this situation? And for that, you need to learn to live life without depending the approval of other people. I feel like because of your upbringing, you've really felt like if you don't get that approval, you're not good enough, and that is causing you to act really immaturely, and it's just a domino effect, you know? It's indicating that it's emphasizing the World card that you didn't get the appropriate praise to really boost your self-confidence when you were younger. But the universe is telling me to tell you that you need to stop hesitating to make decisions because you're scared of not being met with support or praise for them. Like I said before, I feel like some of you are really rational thinkers, fact-based people, and all this mumbo jumbo is like, oh, you know, that just doesn't make sense. It's so unconventional. Your higher self and the universe is telling you, listen, you have what it takes with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? You need to stop whining and being immature and just do the damn thing, and you're gonna see amazing things happen. So what is some advice we've got going forward? We have the Queen of Wands reversed, okay? So with the Queen of Wands reversed, you need to remember that people are always going to be jealous of you, okay? And you and your shine could make other people insecure, and that is why you might be receiving negative feedback from people all the time, because they're jealous of you, okay? So you need to remember that if you don't get positive feedback and you know you're doing your best, it's probably because these people are jealous of you and they see the ability in you that you don't see in yourself, okay? But like I've been saying this whole reading, that I feel like a lot of you are very logic-based people, but this card is telling you that you need to balance logic and emotions when you make your decisions. You need to think about whether or not other people being supportive of you, are they being truly supportive of you, or are they just being jealous? English! Hello. Let's try that again. You need to remember to think about whether or not some people are being supportive or if they're just jealous of you. Okay, you need to learn how to read the room. Now, I just want to cover this briefly, but you have 3 queens. Okay, and 3 queens usually have to do with gossiping, lying, deception. So I'm getting a big vibe that your situation that you're in right now is filled with people or women that are just constantly talking you down. They put down all of your ideas, and they just don't want to see you grow. They want to see you stay in the same place, and you need to look out for that. Okay, there is light at the end of the tunnel for you, group number 3. I know this one was a little bit snatching of the wig. Okay, you're basically bald at this point, but I'm here to help you. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found this insightful. And that is your self-growth reading for September 2022. Group number 3, I hope you found this helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you found this helpful, share with a friend because they might need it too. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!